coming back with some new current events. So, what is currently happening right now is the Boy Scouts of America just announced that they are now accepting transgender boys into their association.
Wow.
This just happened, but back in 2013, they accepted gay scouts as well as gay leaders, the troop leaders. So, so how do you guys feel about that? Coming from like the Girl Scouts, they were completely all for transgender gays and everything for everything, and it totally separate from the Boy Scouts. They are barely now accepting transgender.
When we were talking earlier today, I didn't even know that the girls, the
same.
Girl Scouts were trans. They like were open to everybody the entire time, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that they were closed to transgender. Were they like?
Oh yeah.
They were?
Yeah. They're, even when they were trying just to decide if they wanted to accept gays, transgender wasn't even talked about. They didn't even like want to bring it up. They just focused on gays.
I mean, like, personally, my question is, I guess that, like, what stage and, like, how would you know? Like, is your final, if I'm, like, a girl and I hypothetically want to be a boy, would I go to the Boy Scouts? And then if I was a boy trying to be a girl, I would go to the Girl
that's a
Scouts?
little bit
Transition over,
confusing.
yeah.
Like, what's especially the phase, like,
Mhm.
let's say at what phase, and I don't know how to explain, but just, like, at what point do I know where to go to, whether I'm a boy or a girl?
It's probably what you identify as, right? Like,
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a guy and I
So
want to be a girl, and go to the Girl Scouts.
Wait, but that doesn't make a lot of sense though, because like we can't just have like girls and Boy Scouts, right? Like that's the whole thing.
yeah,
Like it's
yeah,
Boy
exactly.
Scouts, right?
Yeah. So when they would sign up to become Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, you need to bring your birth certificate. So whatever was on your birth certificate is what they would accept. But now it's just if you identify yourself as transgender, gay,
So
then
you
it's
don't
fine.
need to have an operation. Like if I just identify
They
as a girl,
they
I can go to
hadn't
Girl Scouts.
set their full like rules, like disclosing you have like what type of operations you have to have, or like
Yeah.
if you're taking hormones or what. But they said that they're now accepting it, and like we'll see. There's a big old controversy with that also because they have a lot of conservative parents and sponsors that help them out, and they were really on like the brick of like not like doing it because they don't want to like lose money or anything like that. But I think it's pretty cool how like they're just forgetting about the money and like really just focused on like today, like what's acceptable today and what's gonna help boys and girls today. So
That's like me identifying as a white male.
I mean, it's 2017.
yeah, well,
to say like.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing that happened with the bathrooms.
yes, exactly.
Situation.
Yeah.
What's up with the bathroom?
It was people were wondering if I identified as a girl,
Mhm.
should I go to the girls' bathroom or should I go to the guys' bathroom? But I would feel uncomfortable being in the guys because I'm a girl, and but the girls would feel uncomfortable with me in there because I'm a guy,
Totally.
pretty much.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was this whole controversy, and people were like, people will lie to like
Yeah.
look at little girls in the bathroom
Yeah.
or whatever. But pretty much what happened was nothing. Like nothing really happened.
Mhm.
I mean, what can you do about it?
Exactly.
I mean, there's like unisex bathrooms that I've seen that have like.
Yeah, those
but like
are-
for
those are
families or like they have a lock on it too. Like they were like saying.
Now they have. I saw it like I forgot where, but they have there's bathrooms that are non-gender specific.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's like a new thing.
I know
Like,
there's a big old thing like
bathroom.
there were some Targets doing that too.
Yeah.
Wanted to do.
That's so random.
Yeah.
It just is a question mark like in SpongeBob.
Is it bad?
Upside down question mark.
Is it bad that I use the family bathroom like every time I go to the bathroom?
If it's empty, I'm with it.
They got
That's a
a
good
lock.
idea.
They got a
You know?
lock. They got your own toilet. Like they got
It's
everything in
comfy,
there.
it's
There's less
spacious.
people going there.
Yeah.
For sure.
But see, that's the whole thing is we're more acceptable to these transgender gays. We're just like live your life, do whatever you want to do. Like we'll support you no matter what. And I think it's really cool how the world's just becoming to be like that, just really accepting. I'm a girl, I'm straight, but like it's nice to see the world come together. But there can be some changes happening with the new president and stuff like that. So a fun fact though. Rex W. Tillerson, which was President Trump's nominee for Senator or Secretary of State, he was a Boy Scout and a former Eagle Scout, I believe, and he was actually involved in the board of getting this approved to be to accept these people. So
And Trump's pretty LGBT friendly.
yeah,
Okay,
Too.
very cool.
so we can hopefully see this standing in the
Yeah,
future.
I think it'll
Yeah.
be fine.
I mean, but like honestly, I don't know how they would get a solution to this, unless it was just
Yeah.
like no longer Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. It's
Yeah.
just like we're
Scouts.
The
Scouts.
Scouts, yeah.
United Scouts. I like it.
I mean,
That might not be a bad
it
idea.
might be the future, but
Totally.
I mean, I guess there are certain aspects though, like you can teach a boy to do this, you teach a girl to do this, but at the same time, like with feminism and all this stuff, it might happen. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why are they even separate anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
wait,
wrapping
that's-
trips? I don't know.
Yeah,
No idea. I don't know the whole
That's-
history of it,
I never
but
thought about that.
yeah.
But the concept of Boy Scouts, like, I think it's to really get like young guys to be like,
You're right.
yeah, to be like unified.
Like male bonding.
Yeah, like male
Oh.
bonding. Like, and hopefully in the future, like they'll benefit from being able to like.
That's true.
Because I know a few people that have been in Boy Scouts, and they all
I was
said it
in
was a
Boy
good
Scouts.
experience.
Not for very long. I was in it for a
I'll
little bit.
say.
I was a
Don't
Girl Scout
join.
not for very long, yeah, but
Yeah.
You
I mean-
were in Girl Scouts?
uh-huh.
Oh, nice. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
But it was all very accepting. I can't speak for the Boy Scouts point of view, but I'm sure. I feel like men just have a big voice in the world in general, so they can like do
Hey,
their
woman
thing,
too.
you know?
Woman too.
Women have a voice,
Yes.
and we're changing the name Scouts only.
Just scouts.
Scouts.
A scout now.
I like it.
All right, well, move on.
All right, so with Fashion Week going on still, we just started New York. So New York's Men's Fashion Week. I want to talk about a collab, which it was foreseen, it was rumored, but it's actually coming out now. So Little Yachty, we all know,
Little Bull.
famous, yeah,
Little Bull.
Little Bull with his dreads. I'm sorry, with his red beads. Yeah, so he teamed up with Nautica. And he was seen today actually backstage wearing like one of their archive pieces. It's something that, like I said, we've all kind of are expecting it. Little Yachty since day one was repping Nautica. I mean, it is Little Yachty, Little
Yeah.
Bull. It makes sense.
Oh, I get it.
Yachts.
Yeah. But yeah, Yachty took this collaboration and kind of went back into the 90s. If you look at some of the pieces below, it is like an American preppy brand. So it's kind of interesting to see this very almost traditional Americana like sense going into rap and hip hop and subculture and seeing the fusion of that together.
Is Nautica an American?
Nautica was huge when I was growing up,
Right.
but then like I think now it's getting revitalized, kind of, right, with all.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that? Like, would you still like cop it if it wasn't Yachty endorsing it as much as he is now? Or, I mean, the collection I personally think is fire, but it is very like, you know, preppy.
It
I don't
is, yeah.
think that's
I think he's like bringing it back. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Totally.
bringing it back, putting a twist on such a classic, timeless brand, his type of style. So I like that he's doing that, and like just the play on words, like that's pretty awesome. Like to do little Yachty with Nautica.
I feel like a lot of old companies are coming back, like Champion.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
Totally.
Like, I saw their stuff at Urban Outfitters. It's like,
Yeah.
what? Is this
Like the whole
2004?
vintage.
It's this
you
whole
know?
like 90s nostalgia, like feel everyone wants to go back to the 90s.
You know,
I
that's the
like it.
concept of fashion. It never dies. You know, like it's like
Yes.
a circle.
Upcycled or whatever.
Got the
Mhm.
high waist.
Yeah.
But it's dope though. Like I'll embrace the whole '90s
Oh yeah.
fashion movement. I like it. It's cool.
Right, little fun fact on Yachty is that he actually got his name because of fashion. So when he was younger, he was in this club called, it's called
Yacht Club.
Yacht Club, yeah. And then
Oh,
he said it was just like a group of like guys who could dress in my local town, and I was the youngest one, so I call myself Lil Yachty.
It's cute.
So no surprise there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So he's always been a little fashionista, and he said a lot of his inspiration got from his older brother, and like obviously, like I said, Nautica was huge, you know, in the 90s, and everyone, like all the cool dads were wearing it or
Yeah.
whatever. So it's definitely interesting to see a comeback.
Yachty. I'm inspired. He put it all together. You know, the Yacht
Totally.
Club, the Nautica.
Yeah.
I think their whole like slogan thing is about being on yachts and water and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because what's the logo? Isn't the logo a
It's a
boat?
boat, a little
Little
boat.
boat.
Hey!
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fire. If you can, cop it.
Drops in the fall, by the way. This is for fall winter 2017 for Nautica. So stay
Nice.
tuned when that drops. We'll keep you posted.
Sweet.
Absolutely. Turn up. Ready? Next one.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean,
Trump.
yeah, Trump again. I mean, I'm sorry I have to cover this so much, but like, what else is there like politically to talk about? Okay, so what I want to talk about today was what the media calls the Muslim travel ban, right, or the Muslim ban, which is an executive order that bans everyone hailing from Iraq, Syria, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen, which is 218 million people. So along with that, he stopped the American Refugee Program, and he's gonna prioritize refugees with depending on a basis of religious persecution. So there's a lot of Christian persecution, so he's gonna give the Christians pretty much an advantage with coming to the U.S. than the Muslims, which is that's kind of a controversial part of it. And he's also calling for new immigration screening procedures. So, yeah.
So in a nutshell, kind of what happened?
He made it really hard if you're Muslim to come to America, if you're in those countries. It's impossible, at least for the next 120 something days. But then after that, he's pretty much gonna make another ban. So.
I saw a tweet. This was like right before it came or whatever. I was just like looking at his tweets. And don't quote me on this exactly, but it said something along the lines like, "You guys want to call it a ban or call it whatever you want. I'm just trying to keep bad people," and then in like parentheses, so the bad intentions out of the country, which is interesting. The correlation between Muslims as being bad. I know we did have like the whole like 9/11 thing, and that kind of put everyone on the edge, and like Muslims have ever since been like, you know, it's been like a taboo. You know, people don't really want to openly be like, "Yo, I'm Muslim," because so many people are afraid. You know, like you see them at an airport, they're like the first ones to get screened.
Or
You know what I mean?
like I've seen like tweets and a big old article about like girls being afraid to wear their like hijab because they're afraid. And I've also seen people actually do like experiments with it. Like they're not Muslim or anything like that, but they just wanted to experience what they experience, and they say it's tough, and they're not even like Muslim, just wearing something simple that can identify you as that. They don't want to be a part of it whatsoever, and it's bad. It's terrible. Like we can accept transgender and gays and all this, but why can't we accept a certain religion?
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, the countries that he did choose are countries that the Obama administration actually chose as countries of concern. So it was Obama that chose these actually. So it's not just all Trump. But the thing is none of the people who were involved in 9/11 are from any of those countries, and no one who did the Boston bombing, San Bernardino, or the Orlando shooting were from these countries either. They were actually homegrown. They're from the U.S.
Right.
Wow.
So, well, most of them.
Dude, what happened at the airport? Because I know that there was like something happening at the airport where some Muslim
or something?
like they were going through their social networks, like certain like Muslim individuals, they were going through their social networks and they were like doing intensive research on like what was happening to them at the airports or something. And did you hear about that at all? No? Well, I don't know. I think I saw it on the internet earlier, but yeah, there was like a group of Muslim individuals in an airport, and I think that it took them like forever to get out the airport.
Yeah, to let them go or not. And everyone was saying, oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I knew a lot of my friends went to the protests at LAX. So, I mean, yeah, I feel like every morning I wake up, that's another picture of Trump with like signing at the desk. He's like, he just did another crazy thing. I'm just like, what? Like,
is it just me, or do I feel like he has just a crazy microscope on him right now? Like he could do anything wrong, and we're gonna overanalyze it to like
I
the
think
fullest.
it's a little bit of both. He's doing a lot of things without going through Congress with executive orders. And if he breathes the wrong way, like the media goes insane.
Because everybody already hates him. Like, if he does he could drop a pen the wrong way, and people are gonna be like,
bring Obama back.
And that's the big argument is Obama bombed a lot of these countries, and no one
I saw that
protested this much.
There was like a meme that was like, he bans travel like from these countries, but yet Obama, like on the bottom it was like Obama bombed them, and then people were like cheering. It was like interesting to see.
It's a lot of team players. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the Dodgers, right? Like it's
Yeah.
very like I'm gonna stay left and agree with what every Democrat says, and I'm gonna stay right and agree with everyone on the right says.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I've been guilty of being really left at times, but now I'm slowly becoming more moderate because I have views that are kind of just it's more of a spectrum, you know?
Yeah.
Totally.
It's not all everything. Everyone else says this in my group, so I'm gonna say that, you know?
Okay, don't
Yeah.
judge me, but every time I hear left and right, I don't understand what that means.
Left is like liberal
We need to update
Democrats.
him.
Okay.
Like think Bernie Sanders. Right is like
Oh, so like
conservative
blue and red.
Republican.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
Literally.
okay.
Yes.
Got it.
And it's yeah.
I think you know I think he's just trying to do the best he can like with the position, but he's not gonna take anyone's like
BS.
yes for it. So you know what, like he's gonna do what he's gonna do like no matter what, and I feel like he just has like the guts to do it. And if he wants to just ban travel for this, like that's what he thinks is best, and you know we just have to ride along and see how it plays out. But
Let's not get it twisted though. The thing that he said about Muslims was definitely not okay, right? Like, this was like not a good
So
situation.
what quote?
What did he say?
Which quote are you talking about?
Well, oh yeah, he didn't quote. He didn't say anything about it, right? It was just his actions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, the only thing I saw that was related to that you can kind of like
'Cause I was talking
infer
about
was
what
the
you-
tweet
yeah.
was we were like trying to
Oh.
keep bad people
Bad people.
with bad intentions
Mhm.
out of the country.
Okay. But see, he wasn't like just like he was certain with the people with bad intentions, and
Yeah.
like how we were saying that Obama had already put that these are like countries to look out for. We know that
Totally.
the people with bad intentions can come from here. Of course, they can come from America too, but like, what are you supposed to do? You know?
I honestly feel though like okay, one bad apple can't ruin everything. You know, there's
Yeah.
extreme Christians, you know,
Mhm.
who are just like intense, and I think that's the same with any religion. You're gonna have your good people and you're gonna have your bad people, and even with that, like good people sometimes do bad things.
Oh, yeah.
Bad people's, you know, whatever.
I mean,
It's
no
like,
one's
no one's entirely good. No one's entirely
perfect.
bad.
Yeah.
If anything, I think the biggest problem right now is everyone is very polarized. Like everyone's either really conservative
Mhm.
or really left. And if you're on the other side, they automatically hate you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
And Trump really doesn't do anything to like neutralize that. He's just like, you know what? I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if you're not for me, then just
But did we not see this coming though?
can't do anything about
Did
it.
we not see this coming? Like,
Well, you know, a lot of people, more people in America saw it coming and wanted it to happen than saw it coming and didn't want it to happen.
very
Yeah,
true.
you know, like we voted for him. I mean, if you've ever seen, I mean, a lot of people say he lost the popular vote, but if you look at it by county, which we'll put a graphic up, but how much he won, that's how much he won. Everything that's red is how much he won.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So you look at it by state, You're like, oh, he barely won.
America.
But-
Yeah.
So
What's going
The-
on?
we gotta
looks
look
like
at that and be like, okay,
So what's
You know,
up?
That kind of
People
looks like
want
the
this.
Verizon coverage.
Oh, the commercial.
Everything,
Yeah,
yeah.
the commercial. Mhm.
yeah. So people want this, you know, and I think
Yeah.
we instead of like demonizing them as racist or Nazis, I don't think every Trump supporter is a Nazi. If you want to see a Nazi, go to Hermosa Beach punk rock shows. Plenty there. I've met them. They're awful.
Go check it out.
Yeah.
No, but no, you could totally be a Trump supporter and not be a Nazi.
Yeah.
You know, you have to understand them. You have to have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
With this much, the graphic is here. This much of America, okay, wanted him to win. So we have to have a conversation with them. You know, we can't
Yeah.
just protest. That's the other thing is like at these protests, it's just a bunch of people who all agree with each other.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
you know, shouldn't
What's
we
the
be talking? Yeah, what? It's like all these people are like, you agree with me 100%? Yeah, sweet. Let's talk about how much we agree. That'll change things.
That'll change things.
No,
Love it.
you have to have a dialogue.
Yes.
You have
need
to.
to know both.
We have to talk
Be
about
educated
this.
on
you know?
both
Opposites
ways.
attract.
And the other thing is, you can't. I don't identify as a Democrat or a Republican. Like everything is a gray area. For example, all right, when it's abortion, are Democrats pro-life or pro-choice?
Pro-choice, right?
Pro-choice, right? Okay. Gun control.
So he's not
Are
a
Democrats pro-life or pro-choice?
pro-life?
Did you say gun control?
Yeah.
Pro-life, pro-choice? I'm
For who?
confused.
Are they for freedom, having your decision to choose,
Yep.
or are they for saving lives.
No.
Wait, Democrats want to take or not take away, restrict. or make it
Republicans
harder
are
to
for
get
guns.
Yes, they're
Yeah,
pro-life.
Republicans are
Yeah.
for-
Pro-life.
They're pro-life. You like
Wait,
you
how
see
does
how
pro-life correlate to guns?
because they want to save lives with getting gun restrictions.
But guns don't kill people. People kill people.
With guns.
We're gonna get into
Yeah, but
another.
people
I
die.
think
Hey, if
The
anybody
point-
understood that,
The point I'm trying to make is that it's not like
We
the,
can agree
the
on
views
things, but
the views contradict.
yeah.
Is like a
I
Democrat
see.
could be like you should have this choice
Mm-hmm.
to either save this baby or keep it,
Mm-hmm.
and the Republicans are like no, you should save this life. When it comes to gun control, Democrats are like
No gun.
no guns, we have to save lives. Republicans are like no, you have to give them the
oh,
choice.
Yes.
I see it.
So it is
Very
it's,
gray.
it's very gray. You can't be one or the other. No one is. All right.
Side note, did you guys hear about what happened to Uber? I know we talked about it
Oh,
earlier.
actually, yeah, I want to talk about that. Too. Okay, it's pretty much what happened
Got
with
you.
Uber. Thank you for riding. Is all the taxi drivers at JFK Airport in New York, they protested for 1 hour, no taxis, and Uber didn't
Protest?
do that. Yeah,
Oh,
they didn't
yeah.
protest either. They just got rid of their surge pricing for that hour, so people got mad. That was the first thing that happened. Then the CEO of Uber told everyone like, oh, like you can have your own views. That's what's great about America. And then he mentioned that he's on Trump's economic advisory board, and people were like, what? He's a Trump supporter. Let's all delete our apps. Hashtag delete Uber. And a lot of people I know did that. Like,
Yeah.
And then Lyft.
I mean,
Lyft
that is
came
good for
through.
Lyft, right?
Lyft
came through with a
Really good.
smackdown.
You know what Lyft did? Do you know what Lyft did? Lyft just came through and donated millions of dollars to the ACLU, which is the Civil Liberties Union,
Oh,
which is
wow.
pretty much like an
Go
like
Lyft.
Yeah.
F you
Turn
to
on
Uber
Yeah.
and saying like we don't support Trump,
Yeah.
and everyone started getting Lyft.
I wonder if they're doing that just.
They are, I think,
Because-
100%. They're just
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
capitalize.
like, oh, for
They
sure.
capitalize.
Just because of business, like nothing is just like take
Yeah.
a shot, like let's go. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't think people should delete Uber though, because he's just on the advisory.
I'm not
board.
deleting Uber.
Yeah.
There's
Again,
no
like
way
we
I'm
said,
deleting
like,
Uber.
Shouldn't we have more people on there to like disagree with Trump? You know what I mean? And the
Yeah.
CEO of Disney and Tesla are also there. So
Oh.
why don't we
No more Disney movies.
stop watching Disney, Marvel, Star Wars?
Bye bye Star
So
Wars.
I think that was kind of an overreaction.
Oh yeah.
But
That's what I'm
Let's
saying,
see
man.
that.
He's on a microscope.
he is,
Yeah.
yeah, he totally is a little bit.
Efren, our marketing director, was talking about Starbucks and how
Oh,
yeah.
they're doing something
Shout
too
out
as
Efren.
well.
Starbucks is they're doing having a program where they're gonna hire thousands of refugees.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And a lot. Now the other side got mad at that because they're like,
Right.
like how can you help these refugees when we have veterans, you know, like veterans that need jobs. But Starbucks' history has been that they've always given veterans priority and everything,
Right.
so it's
Mhm.
kind of a bad argument.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't like how corporations get into this
that's
stuff.
crazy. That's insane.
I
Yeah.
feel like they should stay out of it. Like you should make coffee.
Just do what you have to do. But at the
Pick
same
me
time,
up.
for them, that's a good
Yeah.
way of like
Give me a
making
ride and
money,
make
you know?
me coffee. I don't want to know about your political opinions, okay? Like, can we just keep it like business?
Just coffee.
Like everything. Already,
Business.
on Facebook and everywhere, like all I see is the news. Like, I just want a
Mhm.
cup of coffee.
But you know what? I feel like with Trump being president, there has been so much more talk about politics. Like my 7 and 8-year-old nieces, they know like what's going on in the world. And I remember being that age and I had no idea. But it's such a big, hot topic that like people know what's going on. People are understanding these terms that I didn't even know back then.
That's good. I just
You
learned what
know?
left and right is.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Like Jalen's getting on it too. Like he's getting educated. But yeah, like it's every single class that I'm in, it's like it goes back to politics. It goes back to like what's happening, and it's crazy. It's amazing that the world's becoming educated because of this like big old thing that's happening. People are interested and want to know about
Invested.
politics now.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Which is dope.
yeah. I think that's pretty cool.
Bright side to it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that might be a good way to wrap up politics.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in the music world, just giving you guys a quick couple updates. One of my favorite people, bands, Tori Moy dropped their first track of 2017, Omaha. It's dope. Please go check it out. Vince Staples took to Twitter to announce his latest LP will be coming out. Bag Back, dope title. Matt Martian's also one of my favorite guitarists. He dropped his debut album, The Drum Chord Theory. Sorry about that. And
I was actually listening to that before.
yeah, he's dope.
It's really cool. Yeah.
And
Tori Moy is like high school for me. Like I remember listening to Tori Moy. Like,
So fire.
way back.
Wait, what
Yeah,
vibes are those?
back
I've
in the
never heard
90s.
of this guy.
Toro Moy is like, man, he makes like
Yeah, it's
some
kinda
super
hard to-
eclectic like rhythm, soul.
Okay.
It's dope. You gotta check it out. I don't know where he's from, but he's like this light skinned guy, and he just makes really cool music.
It's a good way to define
It's
it.
like vibey.
Yeah,
Don't put them in a box.
Definitely yeah, no boxes around here. But Vince Staples, a rapper. Matt Martian, he's a part of
Vince
it.
Staples, man, where has he been?
I don't know,
North
but he
Side
actually has a
Orange.
lot of.
Is that where he's from?
Alright, is that the
Yeah,
song?
he's from.
Oh, like I'm pretty sure I've seen him like all over like downtown Long Beach, like with that album cover, whatever.
But those are the albums you should probably go check out. Anyway, Complex recently just put out the best rapper of 2016, Mr. Chance the Rapper himself. And I
Okay.
just wanted to know how you guys felt about that. You guys think he deserved it?
Yeah.
I love Chance the Rapper. I loved acid rap. It's probably one of my favorite rap. It probably has one of my favorite songs in the history of rap music. But I think his mixtape this year was weak.
Coloring book?
Yeah.
I
I
just
think-
took a jab on my soul.
He's like best rapper of
I
all
felt-
time. His album sucks.
No, I love his flow. He's a lyrical genius. I
Yeah.
analyze his flow. It's insane what he can do. But this album was so bland. I was
I'll
so
give you the
excited.
benefit of the doubt. There was only about 5 or 6 songs that I liked. The rest of them were real iffy. I don't know about best rapper of 2016 because like Drake is still alive.
Yeah, he also has like the highest
Yeah, he did
profit
crazy
off
numbers this
tour.
year.
Yeah.
Crazy numbers.
Who?
Drake.
Drake.
Like the
Yeah.
highest concert profit ever.
And guy fell
All
off the
time.
stage.
I think views streamed like 2 billion times, not 2 billion, like near 1 billion times, which is insane.
Yeah.
Like
I
so
still
many
You guys
listen
people
think
heard
he
it.
should have won?
I think he should have got best
I
rapper.
feel like he would just win every year.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait,
guys, we
Drake?
can't have
Drake,
Drake,
Drake.
every year.
Let's give some
Didn't he-
names.
Drizzy.
Didn't he win like something where he's like the first artist in history that had a song in the top 100 in the billboards for like 4 years straight?
Oh wow.
4 years?
4
Oh,
years, something
got
like
it,
I don't know.
yeah.
Wait, let me.
That's so crazy.
Oh, I had another question for you guys. If you had the choice, who would be performing at this year's halftime Super Bowl?
Oh,
It's Lady Gaga, right?
Yeah.
It's Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
And I don't even know a Lady Gaga song that's came out in the last.
What is this?
No,
2000?
her like recent songs that have come out are very like slow and like just like really like deep like that instead of like her whole like crazy like disco stick type of thing. But it's like we were saying earlier, like there's no box, you know, people are getting out of their comfort zone and stuff like that.
Last year was Beyonce.
Last year was Beyonce
And Coldplay.
and Coldplay. Yes.
And who was before that?
Bruno Mars.
Okay.
I think Bruno Mars killed it.
Yeah,
but
let's
I
bring
freaking
Bruno
love Bruno
back.
Mars. I'd say Bruno Mars. If we can bring him back, like, oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I don't know about her for the Super Bowl halftime show.
I just imagine like the cliche football dad, you know, with his beer watching, you know, for the game. Yeah! And I cannot see that same guy be excited for Lady Gaga.
Yeah,
No.
but see, she's crazy. Like, she's out there, like, with Beyonce, like, she made a bold statement, like, with her Formation
Oh,
performance, you know? So, it's gonna be a tough one to top, but you can never know what she's gonna bring out, like, at all. And with her whole twist with her new album and stuff, like, you know, we can see a whole different side of her.
She also did great on American Horror Story.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
a really good actor, by the way, too. But I don't know. I kind of want to see something turn at the Super Bowl. Like,
Yeah, let's get X-Temptation out there. Like, I love X.
is that how? I don't
No,
know how
I
to
just
pronounce
found out
Extentation.
it's extension.
Oh, extent. Oh, was that?
it. It is not extension.
Because
It's like
everyone says
No,
X.
there was this big
something.
debate. Okay, I mean, okay, I was saying XXX Temptation because
Yeah.
two of my friends said that, and then I was at a photo shoot and the model's boyfriend was like, "Nah, bro, it's extension," and I was like,
I see it.
I mean that
Is he
makes
still in
sense, but there's two
He's
T's.
into it.
There's two, so it's Xtentation.
Tentas-
I don't know.
I think it's Tentacion.
Tell us how to say his name,
Yeah.
please.
Free X.
Free X.
Free
Just
X.
call him X.
He's supposed to be
But
performing.
isn't X already the dude from Hit My Ride Exhibit? Yeah, there's
Oh
already X.
yeah, that you're talking about.
We can't do that. Okay,
Mm.
I don't know.
I just call him Alex.
Yeah,
Hashtag pick
Exhibit's
Alex.
not cool anymore.
Nah. Who?
What? She stole my child.
So,
This guy.
I just-
What happened to him?
I don't know. I heard he really hated the memes about his face, where it's like, yo, you want a T? Like, I'll put a TV in your TV. He's like,
No,
on
they
Twitter, he's like,
didn't do it.
please stop this. It's not funny anymore. He just did it
No,
more.
it's still funny.
It's still funny.
Okay, but Frank Ocean, Drake, Kanye, and Bieber are all not going to be attending the Grammys this year, despite their multiple nominations.
Why? Those are like
Um,
the biggest.
I know.
Yeah, they're nominated in multiple different categories, and it's just crazy to me. Like, why not go to the
Wait,
Grammys?
when is
So are they like just not wanting to go?
Yeah,
Or
do you
they're
know
not
the reason?
invited?
Well, okay, so Frank Ocean, he said, and this is a quote: "The Grammys do not represent young black culture." That's all he said about the
Wow.
matter. So I'm guessing that stems from like why he won't be there. Drake, I have no clue. Kanye said that if Frank Ocean's album, what is it called?
Oh,
Is it
I mean, it's
Blonde?
not an album, maybe I won't go. I
Yeah,
remember
and
that.
he stuck to it, which is dope. I support you,
Dang,
Kanye.
he stuck
But,
to that. That's dope.
but yeah, the
What's
Grammys
Justin
are
Bieber's
just.
excuse?
You know why? Bieber.
I don't know. Bieber deleted his Instagram. He's acting weird. He's just probably left him out.
Wait,
What's
did he
up,
release an
babe?
album? Did he release an album this year?
Purpose? Is that?
That was.
What was last year?
That was last year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
right?
mean, it's been
So-
like 2
Oh,
months of the
So
year.
he's not even. Now
He got money. He's fine.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I wonder what
Maybe because
Frank's
Selena
talking
Gomez
about.
made it like real big lately, and
She's with The Weeknd now.
oh
I
yes.
saw
Is
that.
that for
She
real?
is.
Is that like that? I just see
I
them
hope it
together.
is.
Like,
No,
they're
she
not.
is.
No, they
are.
They
literally
are?
were in Italy together.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah, they went
dang.
international, so it's official.
Yeah, it's official.
Oh,
So maybe
She likes
he's,
those
maybe
singers,
it's
huh?
his time to like get off the radar for a bit and
Yeah.
work
We
up
should
something.
learn
I
how to
hope
sing
they come
together.
out with something together.
Oh yeah.
Wait, have they? I feel like they have.
What?
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well,
You got. We
Hopefully.
should learn how to sing, dude. It's obvious.
Oh. Whoa. No, I'm kidding. But anyways, it's weird that people aren't going to the Grammys, right? Like
Yeah.
the Grammys are a huge thing. It's a big deal.
yeah.
Thoughts? Anything like why they're not going?
I wonder. I
supporting,
wonder
or not
what
supporting?
he means by they don't represent young black culture. I wonder specifically.
Well, I don't know. I think black culture does tend to like influence a lot of the trends in the United
so
States.
much. It's appropriation, I think
Yeah.
would be the word.
And like the Grammys do not do a good job of like representing that. You know, like Beck
Do they-
won Album of the Year last year. I didn't even know who
Oh,
Beck
yeah,
was
that was-
until he won.
Alright, but nah. No, fam, nah.
But anyways, I just think that there's been a lot of things that like youth black culture have influenced. Like,
So
what was
much.
that dance? Did you wanna be?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's
Yeah,
not.
but
But
my 4-year-old cousin sings that song. I'm like, what is that?
yeah, but whose 4-year-old cousin doesn't sing that song?
Right. Yep.
True.
Yeah.
He's like dabbing and he's.
Exactly. I'm saying like we just need
Teaching you
credit.
this.
We just need credit,
Yeah.
and the Grammys are not giving us the credit. that we
I have okay for Beck. I did not hear any. I mean, I like Beck. He was cool in like the '90s, and he's really talented. He did the soundtrack for the Scott Pilgrim movie. He plays like 27 instruments. So there's no doubt that he's a talented musician.
Talented.
But do you think a Grammy Award is a matter of how popular are they or how good of a musician are they? Because
That's a
Ah,
good
we can't be
question.
like,
That is a really good question.
Good.
I've never heard of Beck, he doesn't deserve it. What if he's an amazing musician? He literally plays 27 instruments, so he probably is, you know.
I think yeah, but is it like we're turning in a resume and like here, you know, give me
Right.
my award, or is it like this is what I'm doing now?
Well, it like
Best people of all time this
musical
year.
prowess. Like who was Kanye mad that
Beyonce
he
should have won. I
Beyonce
remember
should
that.
have won over Beck.
Yeah.
For album of the
Okay,
year.
okay.
He
Unpopular
thinks Beyonce should
opinion.
win over
Unpopular
Taylor Swift,
opinion
the
is
whole thing.
how many Grammys can Beyonce? I don't even like Beyonce that much, to be honest.
I don't like
mean,
Beyonce that much either, but
But it's
By
like
the way,
it's-
she's pregnant with twins. Just
What? Oh, there's
Yeah,
some.
just
shout out Jay,
No, no, no,
Um,
I don't even
Jay
know.
Z.
get a better photographer for those maternity pictures because those were so weird.
Yeah,
Here's a picture of
Are
it.
you hating on Beyonce?
Yeah, right. He's a photographer.
I am. I'm sorry. All right, I'm about to go out. I feel like.
His contact info
I-
down.
I feel like.
Address.
I feel like. All her music's the same. Like, it's her. Okay, it's her singing. It's her writing and singing, right? And over like someone producing a song versus like Beck, who's been done who's done scores for movies. He's been in multiple bands. He plays all these instruments. He writes. He's an insane musician. You know what I mean? Is this kind of like Beyonce, like whatever how many Grammys she has? It's like, do you really just want to give her another Grammy? Or do you want to give?
She has
it
an
to
amazing voice, though. She is like, if we want to go into like the whole music ability and like what she's doing, like she has the credit to go out there and make a 7-11 song about like nothing, like literally talk about nothing, because she has the ability to do that. She has the power in her hands to like go out there and talk about peanut butter jelly if she wanted to.
Yeah.
I think that's just the whole thing that she has the power to do that.
To bring it back to the original question, I think that it should definitely be voted off of who has the best music, because
No,
popularity.
At that time.
Yeah, because popularity is such a swing thing, you know, like who's popular today changes by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
But who
Yeah.
makes like a great album is like there for a long time.
And sometimes who's popular isn't the best musician.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Like
True.
at the end of the day, whoever makes the best music should be credited for it.
But that's very like subjective, you know.
Wait, how many of us actually listen to Beck's album?
Not once.
I didn't either.
So are we qualified to say who's better?
Yeah, honestly, that is
I haven't
true.
listened to it.
That is
so I
true,
don't
but
know.
there is something to be said about the fact that we haven't listened to that album.
Honestly, though,
That's
it
true,
should
yeah.
reflect, like, the Grammys happen every year, and, like, to some degree, it should really reflect what people listen to that year, you know? Like, I get it is, like, the popular thing, whatever, but, like, no one here has still listened to it. Or, sorry, did you say you did?
No.
Okay, no one here has,
didn't even listen to it?
no one here has listened to it.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
You know, so it should definitely reflect, like, what people are listening to, what
Yeah.
they're tuning into.
Mm-hmm.
It should go both. It shouldn't just be like, oh, he's an awesome artist and she's super trendy right now. It should be like, okay, let's take all these things into consideration.
But what about this?
Exactly.
They should get the most influential artist.
Oh, well, I mean,
'Cause that, I think, covers
Migos would
both.
win.
It is.
No!
Migos would win, yeah.
Are you joking? You're joking.
No, I'm not joking.
17.
Dude, I'm just saying, like,
color
Did they not? His whole style just like completely
Whoa.
influenced like
But that
rap,
was.
hip hop.
You don't think that was Future?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that whole like, what is it? I don't even know how to classify that as
Mumble
like.
rap?
Yeah, I mean that's just like in right now. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
It is in.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just this whole great. It's just all
It's all-
opinion.
Yeah,
Music,
it's all-
music
it's
is
all
very
it is.
hard
It's-
because
it's
it is
art.
very opinion based.
It's
Yeah.
art. Like there's no like solid answer. You know.
But to wrap it up, what good music is defined by the person. I think like if you're listening to it and you think it's great music,
Oh, yeah.
somebody else doesn't think that's great music. You know, it all depends on your ear, how you're feeling, how the music's sounding. If it sounds good, then like that should be something that you like. That should be your opinion. You know, I like things that Jesse might not like. Jesse likes things that Don might not like.
Cool.
Okay.
No.
Let us know what you guys are listening to. Tag us on Twitter at MCU the Anchor.
And definitely tune into our show.
Oh, is it just the Anchor?
Yeah.
Oh,
The-
hashtag
the
Anchor.
Anchor. Fix
Follow
that.
us on Snapchat.
Fix that.
Tune into our show. We love you guys. Thanks.
Peace out.